There is a secret law of nature that most people never understand until it is too late. We often think that by grabbing more and holding on tight, we become safe and powerful. But the mystery of life is that the tighter you squeeze, the less you actually possess. Just as you cannot catch the wind by closing your fist, you cannot catch true happiness by hoarding it. When we live with closed hands, we do not become owners of our treasures. We become prisoners of them. The things we refuse to let go of eventually start to own us. Let me tell you a story about a man named Advait. He was a wealthy merchant who traveled across the world to gather the rarest silks and the heaviest silver coins. One winter, he found himself crossing a dangerous mountain pass where the snow never melts and the wind howls like a lonely wolf. Advait was wrapped in the most expensive furs, yet he felt a coldness that no coat could cure. As he walked, he gripped the straps of his heavy bag so tightly that his knuckles turned white. He looked at every other traveler with suspicion, fearing that they would steal his wealth. This constant fear made him lonely and exhausted. His greed was not just a habit, it was a weight on his soul. He felt a heavy pressure in his chest, a psychological stress that made him see the world as a dark and dangerous place. He believed that having more was the only way to be happy, yet the more he gathered, the emptier his heart felt. He was like a man trying to drink the entire ocean to quench his thirst, only to find himself more thirsty and bitter. His mind was so busy protecting what he had that he could not enjoy the beauty of the mountains or the kindness of a stranger. High up in the peaks, he came across a small stone shelter. Inside, a man named Ishan sat by a tiny fire. Ishan had nothing but a wooden bowl and a calm, peaceful smile. Advait sat with him, complaining about the freezing wind and the heavy burden of his journey. Ishan looked at Advait's clenched fists and gave him a strange task. He told Advait that if he wanted to find true warmth, he must spend the next 24 hours with his hands completely open and flat. He was not allowed to close his fingers around anything, not even his gold or his bread, even if someone tried to give him a gift. Advait found the challenge very difficult. His hands felt exposed and cold at first. But as the hours passed, something strange happened. Because his hands were open, he could feel the warmth of the fire more clearly on his palms. He felt the softness of the air and the lightness of his own arms. Ishan spoke softly, telling him that you cannot hold a hand if your fist is closed. To receive the new, you must let go of the old. He explained that life is a flow, like a mountain stream. If you try to stop the water to keep it for yourself, it becomes stagnant and loses its life. But if you let it flow through you, you remain part of a fresh and living current. Advait had a sudden moment of clarity. He realized that his closed fists had kept out not just the thieves, but also the friendship and the joy he had been searching for. In our modern world of 2026, we suffer from a new kind of greed. We hoard digital files, thousands of unread emails, and old grudges that clutter our minds. We feel heavy because we are carrying things we no longer need. A simple way to fix this is the one in, one out rule. For every new thing you bring into your life, whether it is a physical object or a digital app, let go of something old. This keeps your energy moving and your spirit light. Success is not about how much you can carry, but how much you can allow to pass through you. When you live with open hands, you are ready to give to others, but you are also ready to receive the miracles that a closed fist can never catch. Bridge the gap between your desire to own and your need to be free. Let go of the mental clutter and the physical weight that holds you back. Open hands live longer, for they are never tired of holding on to the past.